It's a lovely Thursday evening. Good evening and welcome to Nsaka on Ubuntu channel. Now, Nsaka is a program that comes your way every Thursdays at 21 hours. Apologies for starting the program a little bit late, but the program must continue, and definitely we are back with the issues of sex and marriage. All right, so I am your host, Lance Sani Banda, taking you through this particular evening as your host. And also, just a quick reminder, please, this show is not suitable for viewers younger than 18. Therefore, do not let it show, or do not be in the company of kids that are younger than 18, as the language which is shared or which is spoken on this show is not suitable for them. And also, the content that is prepared for this show this evening is also not suitable for them. I am not alone. I have with me my co-host. I don't know if she's able to come through or to come in, but good evening, Himba. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Lance, and good evening, viewers. Thank you so much. How have you been, Lance? It has been a long time.
Yeah, I've been all right. Thanks. How have you been? How are you doing?
Not bad. Enjoying my stay. And how is the Evangelist?
I'm doing fine, thank you. The great day today.
Oh, brilliant. It's nice to hear that. Over to you, Lance.
Thank you.
All right. So as usual, we have Evangelist Shaabula as our guest this evening, discussing the part 3 of sex and marriage. Now, remember that we started with part 1, part 2, and today it is the finale of this particular topic. And also, at some point, we will allow you, our viewer, to come in the studio, given an opportunity to have a one-on-one chance or a one-on-one interaction with Evangelist Shaabula. We'll share with you the link, and then you can join us in the studios. Do not forget to leave a comment under this broadcast. Evangelist, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Lance, and thank you everyone that has tuned in and is ready to listen and participate. You are welcome, and today to be also a great day as we conclude our 3 lessons or 3 topics. So we'll conclude tonight.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, in introducing the topic, let me bring back Himba. Himba, kindly introduce the topic that we have this evening and what exactly we are looking at. All right, we seem not to have Himba there, so let me go ahead and introduce the topic. So we are talking about sex and marriage. Now, today, specifically, we are dealing with benefits of sex. Now, when we talk about benefits of sex, we are not talking about benefits of sex, ijayo bela. We are talking about in a married couple having sex. What are the benefits? That's what we are looking at this evening. Evangelist, the ball has been set rolling. You have at least 20 to 30 minutes in offloading what you have prepared for us this evening. And then after that, we get to invite guests into the studio.
Thank you, Lance. And everyone that is listening and watching, you are welcome. Please fasten your belts. We'll be flying at an altitude of 33,000 feet above sea level. And so it requires a firm waist. Tonight, we are going to talk about the health benefits of sex or sexual intercourse in the marriage. Healthy benefits of sexual intercourse in the marriage. Now, when we talk of health, we are talking about the benefits, the advantages of having sexual intercourse as a husband and wife, as people that have been blessed by God, and as people that have been allowed by the government, officiated by government officer or maybe a church pastor, you have been allowed, and now you are given even the freedom to go and explore, because he will say, all power in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and explore your wife. Go therefore and explore your husband. Now I'm going to start with the summary. I'm going to start with the summary of the topic that we're going to have tonight. Now, the benefits. Number one, the first benefit is sex is a calorie burner. Sex is a calorie burner. Number two, sex enhances cardiovascular health. Sex enhances the cardiovascular health. What am I talking about? I'll come to this later. Number three, sex boosts your immunity. Sex boosts your immunity. Number four, sex improves intimacy and bonding. Sex improves intimacy and bonding. Fifth point, sex improves pain relief. Sex improves pain relief. I'll explain all this. Number six, sex reduces the risk of prostate cancer in men. Sex reduces the risk of prostate cancer in men. Number seven, sex strengthens the pelvic floor muscles. Sex strengthens the pelvic floor muscles. Number nine, sex boosts self-esteem. Sex boosts self-esteem. And nine, sex helps you sleep better. Sex helps you sleep better. And the 10th point, good sex can enhance your overall health. Good sex. I didn't say sex. I said good sex. Not choco, 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 choco. No. I'm talking about good sex can enhance your overall health. And now in detail. I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that scientists have identified these 10 points because they are key benefits of regular sexual intercourse. I'll start with the beginning and explain. I said, number one, sex is a calorie burner. 30 minutes of sex, 30 minutes. Sunny, CJ, Himba, 30 minutes of sex burns 85 calories or more. 30 minutes. I didn't say 5 minutes. I said 30 minutes burns 85 calories or even more. This might not sound like a lot, but it all adds up to something good. Sex is a great form of exercise. That's what it is. The second point, sex enhances the cardiovascular health. Now, what am I talking about? When I say cardiovascular health, I'm talking about, this is a general term for condition effects. This is the heart, the blood vessels, the heart, the circulatory disease, the coronary heart disease, the angina, the heart attack, the congenital heart attack, the hypertension, stroke, and vascular dementia. All these can be done away if you have good sex, CJ. These can be done away stroke, unadwara stroke, hypertension, or corona heart disease. No, I've got blood vessels problems. It's because of lack of it. You are not having it. So if I was to be a doctor, I would just get a pen and a paper. I say, can you go and have 30 minutes of sex and then burn your calories? And then from there, after that, you should be fine. So this is what it is. Contrary to popular opinion, the energy that is expended in lovemaking, CJ or Himba, is not harmful to those with advanced age or heart conditions. There's a teaching that, when you're an old person, then it will work against you. That's not true. There is also a teaching that, if somebody has got a heart condition, then he decides to have sex, then that will affect him. It is not true. In fact, it will improve your health. So more sex, better health. That's what it is. Now, I want us to know that, this, what I'm talking about, is well researched. It's not just scientists in the UK studied 914 people. In London, in UK, they took 914 men over a period of 20 years, studying to find out, how they react to this. Their findings was publicized in the Journal of Epidemiology and the Community Health. It revealed, Himba, that the frequency of sex was not associated with their risk of suffering a stroke. It was not. So the issue of people thinking that, because we can stroke, then don't have sex, that teaching is not okay. The researchers also found that those who have sex twice or more each week are half as likely to suffer a fatal heart attack as those who have sex less often than once a month. In other words, those who have got sex, twice or 3 times a week, they will not suffer this. Actually, it is maybe out of 10, half of them, that is 5, will not suffer. And 10 of those who hold themselves, who don't have sex, most of them will suffer from these problems. So it is important that, every week you must have sex at least twice or 4 times if you are to keep health. The third point, sex boosts your immunity. Engaging in intercourse once or twice each week has been linked with high levels of an antibody called immunoglobulin A or IgA. Now, this one is a hormone, is a hormone which protects against the colds and other infections. Ngatwaona mbakudwala chivimfine and all those codes. It's because you do not have this antibody called immunoglobulin A or IgA, and this helps you and protects you from the colds and also from infections. So these are benefits that you get. So your immune system will be boosted. Immune system yakwera pamwamba. So the colds and all other things, they will not attack you. Those who have sex once or twice a week have the highest level of IgA. So if you've got if you do have sex once and or twice in a week, you are going to have high IgA. I means immunoglobulin A. This is what will protect you and help you to fight, the colds and others. The fourth point, sex improves the intimacy and bonding. Now, I want you to listen. An orgasm increases your levels of the hormone called oxytocin. I'll repeat that. An orgasm. You remember the 4 stages that we have? Now the third stage, orgasmic phase. That phase produces and helps you to produce a hormone called oxytocin, also known as the love hormone. Oxytocin is the love hormone. Now, this enhances bonding and builds the trust. When you produce this, you begin bonding with your wife, and also trust is built because of this hormone called oxytocin. It helps us nurture and to bond. You know, you nurture and you bond. So this is also a benefit to sex. Now, the fifth point, sex improves the pain relief. Now, sex improves the pain relief. What do I mean by this? Now, as the oxytocin levels rise, endorphins, what is endorphin? This is the feel-good hormone, also increases. Now, when the oxytocin moves up, there is also a hormone called endorphin that will increase. Now, when this increases, it gives you sweet. But uyu mwamuna anzuna, uyu mukazi anzuna. It is the endorphin, because of the levels of oxytocin that has risen, pushing it higher, reaching endorphins. Now, this is the feel-good hormones. Sometimes somebody may not use the word endorphins. He may use, feel-good hormones. Ini amene balira. Ijantawa mene bashula bantu when they're having sex. Ni amene ikachita increase maning endorphin. Wamba kumvea ati sivinunga vichoka chabe. It's the endorphin that has gone up because of oxytocin which has gone up. This causes our perception of pain to decline. Now, what we mean by improves the pain relief, it means even the pain that you have in the body goes down, it declines. Reason, because you have enjoyed the sex which has produced high levels of oxytocin and reaching the endorphins. So, unvera bueno, unvera good. So this is the one, CJ and Lancy. In Yemen, that's why when you say my honey, my bubblegum, my juicy, my oxygen, you call her oxygen because of this. She becomes your oxygen because of the endorphin that she produces. Now, the sixth point is sex reduces the risk of prostate cancer. Now, a study published in the British Journal of Urology International was carried out on the sexual activity of men with and without cancer. So the study concluded frequent ejaculations, especially in men between the age of 20 and 30, may have reduced their risk of developing prostate cancer later on in the life. Now, what it is that, because of this, when you have sex, and you have ejaculations, it will help you reduce only having prostate cancer in the later years, especially when you are between 20 to 30 years. Kufunika maningi wote vizichoka tititi ukwachoka vachoka as if it is in rain. It helps you. You are actually building your life. You are getting better. So that is what it is. So it is actually a requirement. It is a requirement that this should be done. If you do not, yeah.
But how did this happen? Did you press something?
Evangelist.
Hello. So the issue here is that, I'll repeat what I've said. Is that, there was a study that was done to show that, sex reduces the risk of prostate cancer. A study was published in the British Journal of Urology International and was carried out on the sexual activities of men with and without cancer. Whether they had cancer or they didn't have cancer, but this study was carried out. The study concluded. What did it conclude?
All right. We seem to be having some connectivity challenges right there from our Evangelist Shaabula. If you have just tuned in, this is Nsaka, the show that comes your way every Thursday from 21 hours all the way up to 22. Remember that this show is not best suited, especially this episode is not best suited for viewers that are younger than 18. Shortly, we'll be sharing with you the studio link, which you can use to come through into the studio and, of course, be part of the program, have a one-on-one interaction with Evangelist Shaabula right here, pertaining the topic of discussion, which is sex and marriage, and also breaking it down into the benefits of sex. So when we talk about the benefits of sex, we are not talking about the benefits of sex, which is not stipulated, as Himba puts it, not your bed here, but this is for a married couple. Vantu vanakwatirana legally, vantu vanafika kumakolo, ndiye ma benefits ya sexy yomwe tikambapo pano pa program this time. If we can be able to just recognize the people through my messages yamene vatuma, so that at least we know the people that are watching, and we say hi to them as we are waiting for Evangelist Shaabula to come through. Director, can we have messages coming through? Chucky Lewis says, good evening panel, watching from Malaysia. Lewis, thank you so much. Good to know that Malaysia is watching. O'Brien Zambale says, Livingstone. Thank you so much, O'Brien, for your time. Eunice says, good evening, Ubuntu panel, watching you from Northgate Complex. Eunice, thank you so much. Good to know that you are also tuned in. Do not be selfish. Make sure that you also invite your neighbor or your friend to also have at least a glimpse of what is being talked about here. Chibonta says, carefully following. Okay, carefully. Thank you so much, Chibonta. Emmanuel says, watching from Lusaka, Zambia. Emmanuel, thank you so much. Good to know that you're also watching. Caroline says, good evening, panel, watching from Foxdale, Lusaka. Thank you so much, Caroline. Good to know that you are also following the program. Okay, Given says CJ. Okay. Thank you so much, Given. We really appreciate. So Natula says, Chucky, okay, so watching from Chinsari Boy. All right, Natula, thank you so much for also taking time. And Lewis, thank you for inviting Natula, as well as Nije is watching from Italy in Palermo. Evangelist, welcome back. It's good to have you back. We can continue the lesson.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We go to number 7 benefit, the 7th benefit. Sex strengthens the pelvic floor muscles. It strengthens the pelvic floor muscles. On this point, ladies, please listen. Ladies, listen. Even men, but ladies. Well, when a woman undertakes pelvic exercises, these are many health benefits. Such exercises strengthen the muscles in that area, preventing urine incontinence later on the life. Now, if you strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, you are actually strengthening your muscles in that area, preventing urine incontinence later in your old life. They also improve sexual pleasure for the wife as well as for the husband. This one, it improves your sexual pleasure. Now, and it can also enhance sexual performance. It can improve your sexual performance in the marriage. Now listen, how do you do this? To perform a pelvic exercise, tighten the muscles around the vagina. Tighten it around the vagina. Waigwira so. Tighten it. And the back passage, lifting them upwards as if it's trying to stop the passing of water or wind. That is what you need to do. You need to tighten and keep the muscles taut, that is straight, for between 1 and 5 seconds for each contraction. So you need to do that. As you start practicing, ladies, practice to hold it, release it, hold it for 1 to 5 minutes, so that even the passage, the backward passage, can be trained to do that. When you do that, you are going to increase the joy that your husband will get out of you. So this is very, very important. Even men, you can do those exercises in a similar way. You can do it together with your wife. It's very good. It's good. This is all I can teach. I cannot go beyond my bedroom that chita so, nyamuka so. Hold it like this, squeeze it like this. No, this is enough. Point number 8, sex boosts self-esteem. One of the 237 reasons people have given for having sex is the boosting of self-esteem. A survey was taken, Lance, and the people gave 237 reasons as to why they have sex. Why do you have sex? This one will explain. But one of the reasons that was given is that sex boosts self-esteem. Self-esteem, what is that? Confidence. She had sex. Whatever it is. It's because there's no sex. Kakapita kamwana makawa na kamuntu kamwana munga kapala batati bake toka hapa iwenda kuchachi baka. It's because the wife is not having sex in that home. And the other issue, you find that there are quarrels between husband and wife. It is not because of what is happening. It's not a problem that you have. It's because there is no sex in the home, which should boost the self-esteem. The self-esteem will go down. When it goes down, it becomes low self-esteem. Reason in nyanka or what's the problem? So now this can create a problem. So it is important. Now there was a study that was done by Dr. Gina Ogaden. This one is a sex therapist and a marriage and family therapist who stated that generally, even those who already have right self-esteem, sometimes they have sex to make themselves feel better. You may have high self-esteem, but sometimes you do it in order to feel better. You remember I told you that sometimes sex is also for pleasure and sex is also for procreation. Now,
all right. We seem to still be having internet challenges with Evangelist right there, but we shall get him back very soon, or we shall have him back soon, as we excuse me, as we would like him to continue and of course just share that knowledge with you, our lovely viewer that is watching us either via YouTube Facebook, or on Twitter. Remember to not only watch or leave a message or like, but make sure that you get to follow us. So on Twitter, follow us and we'll follow you back. It's Ubuntu Channel Zambia. On Facebook, make sure that you like our page and also follow the page so that each time we are live, you get notified that Ubuntu Channel is live, as well as also on YouTube. Make sure that also on YouTube you get to subscribe to our channel. Not only subscribing, hit the bell so that every time we are live, at least you are notified that Ubuntu Channel is live. So we have shared with you the studio link. It's about that time that you also come through into the studio. Join us live into the studio. So when you come into the studio, you can share your experience if you are a married couple, or even if you are not married, but obviously you've heard stories, or you at least you have heard something somewhere. So make sure that you join us into the studio, share your sentiments, share your comment, as well as share with us your sexual experience. John, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Lancy.
All right, great. So this evening we are discussing. I am fine, thank you. How are you? This evening we are discussing the benefits of sex in a marriage. Is yours a comment, a question, or an encouragement to our viewers?
A comment.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Lancy and Himbe. Himba.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Rajon. Please go ahead
but
with
why
your
are
comment.
you Yes, why are you muting? We want to be seeing your face as we are getting, as the lesson is getting hot.
That's a very good observation, but I'm in the area where I can't put on the camera. Definitely on the next program, you'll see my face.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this lesson is actually coming at a very good time. The onus is on us who are married. I think it's high time we took this very serious. I think this is what mainly destroys homes, because most of the cases that you would go and hear, especially when you visit the local courts, it all borders on sex in a home. No, awe ine sininakute, awe ine wakazi vanga wamanchita chani, awe ine ichi. I think it's high time that us as married men, we took it very serious. Thank you very much, Evangelist, and welcome back.
Thank you so much. Just the 2 points, then I end. And I said, a lot of sometimes the ladies, they get surprised to see that immediately the man has ejaculated, or after a round, this man goes to sleep. He just sleeps. It is because of a hormone called oxytocin. When it is released, it promotes sleep. You find that the gentleman will take a rest, and this is for the betterment of his health, and also it lowers blood pressure. That's the advantage. And finally, good sex, it enhances your overall health. In other words, the whole health is covered in one packet because you had sex. So, ladies and gentlemen, sex is not a sin. Sex is a gift which was given to man by God. That is why God created the vagina and God created the penis. The purpose was for the two to meet for the purpose of procreation and for the purpose of pleasure and joy. And out of this, you have all these benefits that you get from the act of sex. Now, this is a very important act in the marriage. When it is not happening, it casts doubt between the two of you. And a lot of problems will come as a result of not having sex, especially for young people. If you are a young person and you are not having sex with your wife, you are not having a sexual intercourse with your wife, then there must be a good reason. It's either you are sick. If you are sick, why don't you go to the hospital and also discuss it with your wife so that you should know exactly what the problem is? And even the Bible itself, you know, if you read the 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 2 to 5, it also spells out that, you know, because of infidelity and faithfulness, it is important for you to have sex so that the person does not go outside the marriage. So marriage, sex is not just a matter of, it should not be a duty. You must even know to say, I'm doing this for for this kind of benefit. It must benefit you. It is not just a matter of producing children all the time. We don't have sex in order to have children all the time. Sometimes we do have sex in order to heal. It is therapeutic. It heals. It improves life, and also it improves the relationship between husband and wife. So, ladies and gentlemen, I end there. At this point, I invite questions, comments. Thank you so much.
All right, so thank you so much, Evangelist. We really appreciate the lesson right there. Remember, to our viewers, a reminder, we have shared with you the studio link on all platforms that we are streaming on. Please come through, join us into the studio live so that you can ask your question, you can give us a comment, or share with us an experience in your marriage, what you have experienced so far, or if there's a problem that you like Evangelist to get to deal with. So in opening up the questions, Evangelist, you on listing the benefits of sex in a marriage, you said sex boosts confidence. I don't know how true this is, but I've heard many men saying that morning glory kama pasa confidence such that ungafune no firing boss wako kunchito. Is morning glory important? Is it a must that morning glory must be there every day, or every day of the week in the marriage?
Lance, I want to say things that we were taught when we were young. And the same thing that we were taught when we were young is what you find in science. In most studies that were done in Europe and also in America, that's what you find. A well-established relationship between husband and wife who are married, they respect each other, they love each other, and they work together. In most cases, they will have sex 3 to 4 times in a week. Minimum will be 3 times, sometimes 4 times, sometimes up to 7 times each day, because of this bond that they have. Now, to answer that question, yes, it is required. It is important for you to have that, but nobody can give you a general rule of what to do. It is up to the two of you in the family to decide what to do. It also depends on the relationship that you have. If there's a good relationship between you and your wife, your sexual encounter will be more, because there's something that is boosting you, that is pushing you. Now, if there are problems, you are always quarreling, you are always fighting, there are suspicions, there are a lot of problems. Even your sex will be affected negatively. So it is important, if you want, there are certain times when you can sleep, maybe the whole evening, the whole night you sleep. But at least in the morning, it is important to say, good morning, go and work well, you'll find me. It's really important. It's very, very important. If you can, do it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Evangelist. We have been joined in the studio by CJ. CJ, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Lance. Good evening, Evangelist. Evening, Himba.
Good morning. Good evening, CJ.
Good evening, CJ.
Yeah, thank you. Evangelist.
Yes.
So, the first question that I'm going to ask, you mentioned something about 30 minutes of sex.
Yes.
It burns, I don't know if it's 85
calories.
Okay. So, my question is in those lines. Kulingani around, Evangelist. So, how long is a round supposed to be in terms of minutes, a normal round? And then unangoma kambata ufunka wachako kapena ni 3, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, nishindwe mwamuna hapo. So how many rounds are normal? And how long should the round be? Thank you.
CJ, I expected that question and I'm ready for it. And I want women to listen. Young people,
we are listening.
Because, young people, because they are amateurs, they go for so many rounds. Because then from there, vachoka hivyo, kwa ejaculation, according to her, nanyenga. Apo na chaya. Then from there kankara futi kuchu then asiliza na nyenga. So na nyenge watunda chabe iwe. It's like kutoe tu watunda. You know, according to what I've given you here, they are saying 30 minutes. 30 minutes will burn 85 calories. Meaning that you are going to take 30 minutes. And in these 30 minutes, you are going to do a lot of things. You want to strengthen the pelvis for muscles. And this is an exercise. You are going to start contracting, as a lady, your vagina and your body, all these other things. So if this is an exercise, it means 30 minutes of this hectic work will not allow you to do all those rounds mukamba, because all the energy will go to the activity that you have done. One round, good, effective round is enough. You can do 5, 7, 8, all those things that you are doing, those and it's not even enjoyable. This one, where you are going to take 30 minutes, because you'll be doing so many things that is required of you. And this is where all those four phases which I taught you last time, that's where they go. Ija ya nkuku ija. Monga ni nkuku chabe ya kwela chabe pia wasira. You don't go through all those stages. Ija is to show, you want to show the lady to say, no, nilipo, I'm powerful, I'm there. No, sex is not a competition. You are not competing with anybody. In fact, she is with you. You are the only man. Mumabero yake, you are the only man. Who are you competing with? Who do you want to impress? If you want to impress her, do a good job. Let her do what atenga bua chini aikaribo niyo sweta mumutu musiye abira kumutu musiye abira kujumpia kulefti pamwamba whatever it is musiye abira kutukwana nawe musiye whatever she does. It's within the 30 minutes that you are doing all this. That is how many rounds, those in my 3 rounds, in my what and what. Those, because if you are going to say, if 1 round will take you 30 minutes and you want to do 4 rounds, can you multiply 3 by 4? How many minutes?
Maybe
120 minutes.
Evangelist should go
How many
out and
hours?
log in again.
How many hours? The hours will be 2 hours. And how many people can do 2 hours? Can you do that every day? No. Find your own style and how you can do it. To say how long should it take for a round, it depends on the individual. I told you last time to say it is not immediate. You feel like releasing, you begin releasing. That is what we call premature ejaculation. We don't want premature ejaculation. You need to control it by doing what is called the squeeze, the squeeze method, or the start-stop method. So all this will help you to delay your ejaculation. By then you become an expert. Now if you ungati utunda tunachabe like that, monga chitini chamecha boka, then you are wasting her time. CJ, I'm waiting to hear from you.
And I'm very evangelist.
Are you able to hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Are you able to get me?
Yes, we're able to get you, Evangelist.
Are you able to get me?
Yes, we can hear you, Evangelist. We can hear you.
Are you able to get me?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Very audible.
Yes, you are audible. All right. I think internet is having a play there. But anyway, we still make an appeal to our viewers, those that are watching us from different platforms. Come through, join us in the studio. You can share a comment, share a view, or you can quickly share with us your experience as far as sex in a marriage is concerned. So we have shared the studio link. Kindly come in the studio and be a part of the program. Now, get to engage Himba. Director, can we see the messages that have come through? All right, so Lewis says it's too much sex in a marriage unhealthy, or is too little sex not advised in marriage? All right, Lewis, thank you so much for that question. It's been noted. We'll definitely have Evangelist answer the question. Then secondly, you're saying, can a wife or husband be denied of sex if faced with conflict, argument, or misunderstanding? Or can they only have sex when in good terms? All right. Thank you so much, Lewis, for that message. Do we have any other? All right, Elijah Wapia Munzi. Thank you so much, Elijah. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your message. Let's get through to the other one. Let's read the last one and then let's engage Himba. We need to at least hear a female voice right here. So Purple says following. Purple, thank you so much. We really appreciate. Himba, there's a question that has come through. Perhaps I can start with you before engaging Evangelists. A question from Lewis. Can a husband or wife deny each other sex just because of a conflict, an argument, or should they only have sex when in good terms?
Lance, before I go on with my contribution, May I be allowed to apologize to the viewers that today I'm going to speak without the camera on. This is because of the environment where I am. I can't switch on my camera, so I'm going to speak, if I'll be allowed by my co-presenter, to go ahead without my camera on.
Well, we'll penalize you later. You can go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. This question, I can answer it into two. It has two answers, Lance. The first one, they can't deny each other sex because this is their conjugal right. It's a right that somebody has to benefit in a marriage. But again, you don't have to have sex when somebody is not happy. I mean, it's meant, and if we follow exactly what Evangelist has said, people should enjoy, people should have pleasure. So if somebody, I don't think they will enjoy it. Sometimes even some people tend to hate it because you feel maybe you are hurt, you are injured, and you are not emotionally there. So probably, I would say they shouldn't deny each other. But again, they should have it at the right time and when everyone should enjoy it. Apparently, as we've been told, it's not only one person who should enjoy. This is a double-way thing. A woman should enjoy, a man should enjoy, is it? So for me, I think it should be a time when both of us, we are in a good mood to enjoy and, to bond very well. But John, sinakambe bueno.
All right. She is.
Okay.
So, Evangelist.
I would like to continue from where Himba left from. The question by Lewis: should you deny each other because of something that has happened in the bedroom or in your home? If you read 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 3 to 5, the Bible is very clear. It says, only when you are praying, only when you are fasting. Even your prayer and also fasting should not be too long to the point where your friend is tempted. They cannot hold themselves. So you must get back quickly together and continue with your activity of sex. Number 2, sex should be enjoyable. If you've got a problem, a challenge in the marriage, it is important for you to clear one another, discuss it, and conclude it, and begin working together. And then that's when you can engage into sex. When you begin to have sex, when you are angry, when the other one is crying, when the other one is sad, actually you are not having sex. You are raping her. You are raping her. You are doing it against her authority, against her will. So she is not happy or he is not happy. If it is a man, there will not even be an erection. Unfortunate. If a man is not happy, no erection. Or wagwira bwanji wachamonga mbawula waikawo tumanzi twakupia, whatever you do, there will not be any erection because sex is not in the siri kumachendea or kumbora. Sex is in the head. That's what it is. Sex is in the head. When the man is happy, the man is enjoying what is happening around, then the man will be able to perform. It's easier for a lady because mukazi azagona chabe so straight. Well. Just like that, then the man can do it. But for a man, it's more difficult because you need to jack it. Monga ni jeke ya utatumoto kaitabwanji yagwa manji ofuna tunyamule. You need a jack, so you need a lot of power, a lot of force, and that power is joy, is happiness. So it's not easy. So people should not go and have sex when they are not happy. resolve the problem. If you read Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26, Ephesians 4 verse 26, the Bible says it, do not allow your anger to go down. To go down. For the sun to go down on your anger. Do not allow that. Quickly resolve it. Discuss it. And then from there move forward. And when you are angry, you will not even plan. A lot of things will be affected because of planning. It will not only be sex, but in many areas, you will fail to function. So don't go to sleep minus resolving the problems that are at hand. Then from there, go and have good sex. And even if you had a problem, before you do that, go and take a bath together, a warm bath together. A warm bath. If you want mwamene mbafa muja, you start from mbafa mwamene muja. Wamuonesa muliro, na ya kuonesa muliro. This is, you know, marriage, young people, must be exciting. It must be exciting. Let me end there and invite more questions.
All right. So let's have Himba come in. Himba, you can come in.
I have a question to Evangelist. Evangelist, baba muna baba makonda kambata mukazi safu niko nkala fulu ni mugodi ungo ngena mochati ungena moche afu nikakwadi should have labia something. So what is your reaction when it comes to the issue of mukazi having labias or not having labias? Because these men, they tend to just like to comment, mkazi afunika ina maketa, afunika mkazi unge na che, just like that. What is your reaction to that?
Every mamuna ina unkana na chani. Yeah, so now what I'm saying here is that men are always unfair. They want to demand so many things from women. Wafuna maketenzi, they want to see the ears, they want to do what and what. No. You know, people are differently made. They are differently created. Others it will be long, others it will be medium, others it will be short. Utotome mwakamba tuma clitoris machani chani. Those it is up to the body, the way the body is. Last time I was talking about the different shapes of penises. I told you there is also the plantain type, the banana which is shaped down, nayo genuine. Then it is shaped upwards, wena ni wena ni C shape. All of these. What about because they don't complain at you ufuna kuningeneza chi chako or chi banana chako jili down. They don't do that. But men who want to bring out issues, no, kufunika makatani, kufunika machani. I want to tell you, it all works well to everyone. Everything. Now listen, Joe, listen. The reaction of a woman comes from the way the man is performing. Ilimonga ngoma. You know, when you want to start dancing in traditional music, you don't just start dancing, no. It is the drum that is starting. Ding, Wamba kuvina ndende ule. You are following the drumming. So even the lady to perform better, she will follow you how you are performing. So the whole burden is not on the women. It is on the men. You lead, she follows. So Himba, for a man to start talking at unge na muchimugodi, that's just being sarcastic. Those who want to insult women, they are also very, very weak. Kulibe. Oh, kutingene chabe kulibe chili soft chabe monga ni rubber band. Kulibe, nothing's happening. But women, they don't insult. Women, they even excuse us and sympathize with us. If women were to bring out our failures in our bedrooms, you will not even be able to come out of the bedroom. So those are some of the secrets that you must maintain in the bedroom. Certain things you don't bring them out, not even mentioning it to your friend to say, iwe kumatako limonga kuti mugodi chabe. Monga ni boho. Boho yakuti. Esini kwa meni kuna kubala yu amene iwe. Ni kwa meni unachoka yu amene iwe. Suzi ya tu kwa meni unachokera. So you need to respect women. Nakalipa na ukalipa.
Mkalipuruke.
So, Evangelist,
Hello.
I'll take you back just a bit, though it's in line with the question that Lewis asked, where a partner is denying the friend sex. Now, situations whereby a partner is very promiscuous, ngati ni mwamuna sawa na skate eva afuno gona na ali onse, okay, and he has no remorse about it, okay, or maybe it's the other way around, ni mukazi who is with every gym and jack. Is it okay in such a situation for a partner to deny sex to the other one? These days could matenda and all these other things. What is your advice to such couples?
My advice is be careful. Be careful with the way you judge your friend. Be careful. You might be saying your wife is prostituting, or your husband has got so many women. Be careful. You must have evidence. These are things that destroys the relationships. Accusations. You begin denying your husband on suspicion, on grounds of suspicion, that he has got so many other women, when in fact not. So that should not be allowed. And the other thing, what you must know is that, the moment you bring out such issues to your friend that you have got that girlfriend, you have got that man, whatever it is, what are you saying? You are saying, I can't trust you. It means trust is removed. And when trust is removed, it means your marriage has become naked. You need to cover it. The holiness or the glory of your marriage is in the way you cover those secrets. Now, if you are going to deny your wife to say, I can't sleep with you because you have got so many other boyfriends, the question is, did you find out who the men are? Or is it just suspicion? In fact, let me tell you, I want to repeat what I said. Most of the people who have got problems, they are the ones who would like to accuse their friends. Sometimes it is actually them that have got girlfriends, but they are saying it is you, my wife, we've got boyfriends. They are using that as a shield. They are very crafty like snakes. They want to work on the other person when in fact it's their problem. So we need to be very, very careful.
Just hold your thought. A follow-up on the same. Now, let's take it that this is a situation where the partner has all the evidence. What happens? Ulina evidence. Uziva noziva. Kapena sometimes kuli wamuna na wantoto, wakazi wantoto. Na wapeza hapo, so wapeze kizapo live. What is your reaction?
If you have got evidence that your husband is cheating on you or the wife is cheating on you, discuss the matter. Discuss it. Because if you don't discuss that matter, she will perpetuate it. He will perpetuate it. So it must be discussed and find a solution to it before you can engage into sex. There's a difference between denying and also sitting to resolve, waiting to find a solution to that. She knows, you sit to say, I think because of that is happening, let's sit down and find a solution to this. Or maybe you have to go for medical checkup. Maybe you suspect that she's pregnant. You may not want to have sex with her. So explain to her. She should not guess as to what is happening. The problem which is there's no communication in most marriages. People expect the other person to know. No, singanga, sunakwatire nganga. Discuss the matter. Let the other friend know what is happening. So when you do that, you'll be able to move together.
All right, Evangelist, thank you so much. John, do you have a question or something to add on?
Yeah, just a follow-up. There's a question that was asked by Lewis that wasn't answered, where time is concerned. He talked about 30 minutes. That's when you're having good sex. 30 minutes is the time that he has talked about. Now, there's a question that came to say, is it good for you to have less or more than 30 minutes?
Yeah. Yes. you know, less or more will depend on the situation. If you have been away for so many days, or your wife was away, anaenda kumonze, your wife went to Monze, she went to the village there, and you've been alone for a long time, your desire for sex will be higher. And even the time that you are going to take in copulation as you are having sex will be shorter. Your ejaculation will be faster because of the heartbeat. The oxytocin will go up, and because of this, it will cause you to fire sometimes within 10 minutes. You know, because of the duration that you were starved for a long time. You know, a hungry lion is an angry lion. So the issue here is that, you know, you are starved. So because of that starvation, you want to eat more and do things early. Now, can you do it in more than 30 minutes? The better. If it is more than 30 minutes, the better. Because you are going to explore so many avenues. You know, if you are experienced, you do so many things. You touch there, wagwira hapa wasia, wayambira hapa wasia, hapa wayabira ndichiro mwana chini, uchaguna mwana tonga bu, wayamba vonse vija. All these things, for you to do all those things, it will take long. So it is better if it is longer. But mind you, mind the body of your colleague and the positions that you take. If the positions are painful, you must reduce. You should change, and also reduce on the time that you are going to take. Then sometimes some men are also bony. Alibechite ni wama bony sabe alifini maningi so ma pelvic bones kwachoka so ogona mukazi anve ya kubaba maningi, especially ngati ogona masides you are digging into a skin. So ujawaso aina kufumiza kusiriza tasiye chabe atisiye chabe. So wamuna muzini nako musazionda wainako pangono so that utazimuvuta muzako.
So in short, you are advising we should also buy a timer, because we can't tell if it's 30 minutes or more or less.
No,
I think the best is
no. That is a distractor. That will disturb you because utamba wite wayanga na kuchu wayanga na chao. Then wayamba futu wayanga na kuchu wayanga na chao. Sometimes you can so when you are down, you know, when you are facing down, especially when you are facing down, and the watch is up there, you know you'll be looking at 12 as if it is 6. So you'll be saying which means watch out there in 6 hours, catch in 12 hours. You'll be disturbed. It is not the time that you should put there. You know, because you are both of you enjoying. As you are enjoying, time is not a factor. You are not concerned about time. Your concentration must be on what you are doing, not the time. Time, throw it away. It is mwana wabantu akondere chamea nabwerera kuja. You know, batate bake bamai bake wanakupasa ni huyo. So use ya. Usati kumbe ya chifundo. Let me ask you, John. Where did you find it? Last time I asked you, where did you find chiriro chakutati uyu amwali yachifuka pamunyenga maningi vamuna vake? Nikuti kwameno napira chiriro. That's all. Tell me. Have you ever taken such a funeral? Sivakufa bakondera chabe. There's no funeral. She will not die. Nothing.
Wow. Now, Evangelist.
Yes.
Muvikwati muli mavuto yambi. Like I think, like I heard you say, if I heard you correctly, there's a couple, or maybe couple, kumankala the least times they have sex in a week is either 3 or 4 times in a week. Then manje kulinawena angwakutanje ni daily service. And most of the time, where the person that initiates this sexual act or this intercourse is the man. Palasti mukazi kutambo puna njere kuma vea bamuna ni banyeri, vea bamuna ni banyeri. How do you deal with such a situation? Should it always be a man asking or demanding for sex?
First of all, I want you to understand in the Lord's Prayer in Matthew chapter 6, starting from verse 9 to 13, he said, we pray that you give us our daily bread. Give us our daily bread. Sex should not be turned into daily bread. That every day. It's not our daily bread, no. Sex is not daily bread. You know, when you have sex every day, sex loses its meaning. It loses its meaning. Allow your friend kuzipita ukampepo, kamuchayo ukampepo, kuzipita ukampepo. Now so that you can have a proper erection. Not ijayongenesa na manja. As if in Hispana muchite mubaisu gofuna kuchosa chubu. Ungenesa na manja. The issue here is because you are always having sex every day. It will lose meaning. There must be time when you should be able to rest. A time to pray. And maybe on that day you are just playing. I said pray, kupempela. Then another day is just play. You are just playing. No sex involved. You know, sometimes you are just discussing, you know, how you met, you know, what you want to do. Yes.
Just on the same thought. We've heard bantu waenda kukoti atawe ine achilamo na lema daily bread by sex by sangula daily bread na lema. I think it's quite serious. What really happens in such a situation? When I want to come back, ukumukanyangana kunzi napia ine napia nitandize nko.
Yes.
What really transpires in such a situation?
What transpires is that the clitoris, the Himba, those clitoris, because of friction, kukupia. Because of friction, kukupia. Upeza kutatuma clitoris tuyatoamba kuvimba, so tuwaita inflammation. Because of constant, you know, friction which the person exerts on the body of the person each day, it becomes too much. So everything must be done, you know, if you read 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40, at everything must be done orderly. There must be order. It's not being a champion, it's not being a man for you just to be a savage in the bedroom. You are not even laughing, yangana kuno, jalula, jumpa, ngenesa iwe, chita sword. No, she is not on the parade as if she is a recruit. She is not a recruit on the parade, no. That is a wife. Treat her nicely. You know, that's when the time when you are supposed to talk to her softly and tenderly. Jesus Christ is calling. So that is how it should be. You are not going to do, you know, to treat her like, as if you are raping her. She's your wife. What about her? Sema kamba iwe. Leta mbolo yako iuke. Ngenesa iwe. Nichani sita. Makaone kachepa maninga adika ngono maningi. You feel bad. So treat your wife like a queen and she will treat you like a king.
Wow.
Liriko lero.
So Evangelist, nishimanja tifunika kulemba ma timetable to say Monday iliko, Tuesday, Wednesday iliko, orobwanji.
That is a very good question. CJ, that is a good question. There are those people that write a timetable. Monga ni kuskulu as if they're in the primary school. Balemba na timetable at pa Monday. Then pa Wednesday. Pa Friday. Whatever it is. No. Because election does not know whether this is Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it is. Election does not know. It is you can have an election anytime.
Manje ikanyamuka pesi pa duty nkushita chani. Menya.
This is what I'm saying. A good wife would want to assist the husband. Assist your husband. Yes. If your husband has an erection and you are by the side, what do? You want him to be having ejaculation ata waiting his pant when you are around. Unakwatirwa chani. Unabira chani mchikwati.
Family na mungabuna kalenda kainge mukapanga kalenda na time chart. Mufuniko iko nkamwe makabila ba John. Mufunika mwaga so inga ya bachitika pintu.
You don't, in marriage, we don't write my calendar. There are no calendars. We have a calendar, no timetable. Throw them away. They will disturb you.
Now, Evangelist,
yes.
When you were given benefit of sex, yes. I think if my memory still serves me right, you spoke about many ejaculations. They prevent, if I'm not mistaken, prostate cancer in a man, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yes, so, yes. Don't you think this should be the reason why at least the sex and daily bread? Because the more you ejaculate, the more you will not even have prostate cancer.
Maybe
3 to 4 times a week is enough. 3 to 4 times in a week is enough. You don't need daily bread. Yes.
But there is that theory, Futi. I mean, you gave the other time to say at least 21 times. 21
yes.
times. In
yes.
a month. Okay.
Yes, in a month. It's possible. So
if it's every day, it's possible. 21 days.
Because 21 days, 21 times, it is actually maybe 7 times. It's just 7 times.
Evangelist, just hold that thought.
Yes.
John, please come in, please.
Yes, mine is especially vakuchipata. Vamakamba kuti no kudya ndiyo na magazi. Making love to a woman who is on periods. Is it right to do that to your wife?
That is a very good question, John. It is not right. I want you to listen. You know, when a lady is attending, what happens? It means that the egg has been released and it moves into the ovary, from the ovary into the fallopian tube. And if it does not find any sperm, it comes out as blood. And that is what you call the period. During that time, what comes out is actually dirt. It contains a lot of germs that can affect you, affect your health. And one of the things that can happen is your lungs can be affected because that blood is dirty. It's not good. So that is why if you go to the book of Deuteronomy, a lady was not even allowed to sit not even on the bed of the husband during the time of Moses, because at that time she was unclean. The word that was used is unclean. Manje, if you know the vagina is bleeding, then you take your penis and push it into the blood. Can you imagine the sliperiness that will be there? You know, it means the uchonkola mumiropa. Then it means there's something wrong with you. Or ni appetite ya bwanje meni uli nayo iwe. You can't wait. No, it is not right to have sex with a lady that is attending a period. It is important to wait for her to clean up, for her to dry up. Then you can enjoy whatever is there. So let's hold ourselves. Let us grow.
All right. So thank you so much, Evangelist. This time around, as we are winding down the program, let me give you 2 minutes to actually give us your closing remarks, and as well as maybe make an appeal to the married people in terms of how they can sustain their marriage with issues to do with sex.
Thank you, Lance. In closing our long journey that we had, you know, this is the part 3 of the lessons that we had. I want to say this to you, especially most of you as young people. Marriage is important for you. We are on earth because there was a marriage. We are on earth because your father and mother had sex and produced you. Now, it is important for you to respect sex. It is not good for you to sleep with anybody anyhow. It is holy. And in Hebrews 13 verse 4, you are not allowed to take this sex outside your wedlock, outside your marriage. You need to maintain it and to have it within the confines of your marriage. And when you have it, you must know that you are on duty to please your friend, to please your husband, to please your wife. Because you have a duty to please your wife, you are not supposed to deny him or to deny her. And because you do not have to deny her, at the same time, it should not be too much. It should not be excessive. When it is too much, it becomes daily bread. And when it becomes daily bread, it loses its meaning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the ingredients that God put in the marriage is the act of sex. That's why he created the vagina. He created the penis. So that from this, there should be procreation or babies to be born, and also for pleasure and enjoyment. And at the same time, the way God has made the body, that's why in Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, he says, it is not good for man to be alone. Not good. Here it's not just man as the man with the penis. It also includes the woman with the vagina. It is not good for her to be alone. Because when she's alone, the calories will pile up in the body, creating a problem for the body. When there are too much, when there's no sex in the home, the cardiovascular health or problems will increase. There will be stroke, there will be hypertension, there will be vascular dementia, there will be coronary heart disease, there will be also the blood vessels, heart and blood vessel problem. There also the circulatory disease will increase. And God knew that this is what would happen. Then from there, God knew that, for the immune to be boosted, these people, they need sex. And God allowed us to maintain the bodies by having sex so that we can have immune. And in order for us to love each other and respect each other and bond, God allowed us to have sex. He gave us that. And for the pain to subside, to go down, he also gave us sex, which would produce oxytocin, and so that we can get all the pleasures and be able to enjoy. And because of the system that it would have the risk of prostate cancer, God allowed sex so that you can ejaculate and empty your tank. When the tank is too full, it will burst. You find that the veins there will not be able to contain. The prostate, that one, will swell. And when it swells, you'll be sick. God allowed that. And God is in his infinitely wisdom. He gave us sex so that we can strengthen the pelvic floor of muscles. I said here, you can actually tighten the vagina and also the passage there, so that the pelvic floor muscles can be strengthened. And also, sex gives us it boosts our self-esteem, so that we can be confident even as we walk, as whatever we do, we will be ourselves because of sex. Sex also helps you to sleep better, so that we can sleep better. And then, ladies and gentlemen, sex can enhance your overall health. Ngati uchita sexy na mkazi wako wasala. After this program, and then go and enjoy yourself. Mukapaya ni muma bedrooms yanu. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Evangelist. We really appreciate. And of course, thank you so much to you, especially our viewer that was following the program on Facebook, YouTube, as well as on Twitter. Another thanks goes to everybody that managed to come through into the studio. John, thank you so much. CJ, thank you so much. As well as my co-host, Himba, thank you so much for this evening. And like Evangelist has said, go out there and make your wives happy. Okay.
Iriko
lero iriko Stifuna mailo mundu wakuposha abanao bakundoposha.
Thank you very much. Good night. God bless you.
Kulibe chililo, kulibe baya nafa, kutazafa na nothing. Kulibe baya zafa.
Wakamposha kulango sekelela kusema.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. This is what we call a wrap of tonight's edition of Nsaka. But hey, do not forget that tomorrow, Friday, we are having Ubuntu Sports, and make a date with us at 21 hours right here. Remember, Ubuntu, your platform, which you can come through and be part of the program. Thank you so much. Good evening. Stay blessed and have a good night sleep.
Good night.